This is KGW News at noon.
And we have to fix what's broken about the system.
The National Women's Soccer League is promising systemic change after two former Thorns players accused their one-time coach, Paul Riley, of sexually harassing them. The league responded by canceling all matches over the weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. Fans still showed up outside of Providence Park to show their support for the players. Here's Brittany Falkers with more.
There were no Portland Thorns on the pitch at Providence Park Saturday. No fans in the stands either. Instead, they rallied outside in the wake of a sexual coercion scandal by a former head coach.
At the end of the day, what we want to do is we really want to demand answers and also show our players that we support them.
The National Women's Soccer League called off its slate of games for the weekend after a report by The Athletic accused former Thorns head coach Paul Riley of sexual harassment and misconduct.
So in place of a game, we're asking people to come to the stadium so that we can have a rally, so that we can show the players that we support them, and we can show the front office and leadership that we're paying attention and we're demanding change.
The investigation includes claims of sexual coercion stretching back more than a decade. U.S. Soccer suspended Riley's coaching license, and he was fired by the North Carolina Courage. Riley told The Athletic the allegations against him are untrue. Riley was the head coach of the Thorns for 2 seasons in 2014 and 2015. He was dismissed by the team after an investigation uncovered, quote, clear violations of company policies. In a statement, the Thorns said, quote, the article is a difficult read and there are some horrifying revelations. We have grown since 2015 as an organization and will continue to seek to improve and get better. On Twitter, the team also thanked players Mana Shim and Sinead Farley for speaking out and apologized to them for the team's role in the abuse. Now, some of the Thorns' biggest supporters, the Rose City Riveters, are calling for action.
Yeah, I'm as invested as I can be without owning a part of the team. Like I've got them tattooed on my body.
For Chair Gabby Rosas, the Thorns aren't just her team. This is her community. And that, she says, is a big reason for the rally.
And we have to fix what's broken about the system. And that's really, I think, what compelled us to put this rally together, is to say, how do we bring our community out and still have community?
Portland Timbers players released a statement on Twitter Saturday offering their full support to Thorns and NWSL players. They called the allegations unacceptable and disgusting and commended the strength and courage it took to bring them to light. As for these fans, they're demanding more from the Portland Thorns front office and the NWSL.
It really just is a call to action for our community to say, this isn't who we want to be. This isn't who we thought we were.
Brittany Falkers, KGW News.
Thorns owner Merritt Paulson released an open letter today. He apologized for what happened to Shim and Farley. He wrote in part, the safety and well-being of our players, physically, emotionally, and psychologically, always has been and will continue to be our top priority. Paulson then applauded the two women's bravery for speaking out. He said at the time the team did what they thought was best, but they should have done more. Paulson laid out the team's plan to stop harassment moving forward, including additional resources for crisis, mental health, and wellness care, and continuing education through training organizations like Safe Sport. While the league is also outlining changes, they include more transparency when it comes to handling cases of misconduct, reopening the Paul Riley investigation, and reviewing former complaints of discrimination and harassment. Now to the vaccine mandate in Washington. 2 weeks from today, on October 18th, state workers will have to prove they're vaccinated or lose their jobs. To meet the deadline, they'd have to get the single-dose J&J vaccine today or the second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. The governor's mandate does allow for medical and religious exemptions. Well, Portland students have a new COVID testing option. It detects infection in kids who are asymptomatic, and it's free. The Oregon Health Authority created this video. It shows the kids how to collect a saliva sample at home. Students would bring it to school, where a courier would pick it up and take it to OHSU to be analyzed. Parents can get the results back within 48 hours. Schools hope to get more families involved in this voluntary program.
We are preparing bundles of kits. We're hoping to send home 3 to 4 weeks worth of kits with students in their backpack, so they have them at home.
It's a great program. I encourage as many families that feel safe or want to sign up for them to sign up.
The state is working to make testing available to every Oregon district that wants to participate. Tens of thousands of Oregon families applied for rental assistance during the pandemic. The feds gave the state $200 million to help, but it came with a deadline. Oregon had to spend at least 65% of the money by the end of September, or the feds could take it back. As of the 30th, Oregon had allocated $69.6 million of its rental assistance budget. That's roughly 73%.
That 73% figure, which exceeds the U.S. Treasury's 65% benchmark, would make Oregon eligible to receive additional ERA funding. We believe this funding will be needed in our state, and we will be advocating for Oregon to receive those additional funds.
Now the state needs to focus on the remaining applications that haven't been processed yet. The problem is some of those applications are outside the 60-day window that started at the end of June. It protected renters from eviction as long as they could prove to their landlords that they applied for assistance. In Multnomah County, it was a 90-day protection, so there's still some time. Officials say if someone has fallen behind on rent, they should call 211 right away and apply for help at OregonRentalAssistance.org.